This episode of At the Track is brought to you by Island Bet.
And bet in the know with Island Bet, the only option for mobile betting.
Hello and welcome. We're at the track covering the Sport of Kings. Coming up, the super horse Bigman in town, returning from injury, looking for 4 consecutive Caribbean Champion Stakes titles in Trinidad and Tobago. The impressive filly She's a Maneater stretches her unbeaten run at Jamaica's Caymanas Park. And in Britain, champion jockey Richard Johnson finally wins the Hennessy Gold Cup. First to TNT's Santa Rosa Park.
6 runners went to the Caribbean Champion Stakes after Derby Winner Academy Award scratched, leaving as a leading entrant number 1 Black Onyx at 12-1 odds, number 4 3-time Horse of the Year Bigman in town, back from an 11-month injury layoff to defend his Caribbean Champion Stakes title, which he won 3 years in a row, 2013, 2014 and last year. Veteran Panamanian Nobel Abrego aboard as the even money favourite. Magical Victory, the 3-2 second favourite. And on the outside, former Derby winners Momentum and Free Passage. Now, would Bigman in town make a winning return? Let's get Nick Chady's call now.
4 lengths covers the field as they run toward the 900-meter mark. Bigman in town shows the way 3 parts of a length. Bigman in town under Nobel Abrego showing the way past the 8. In front of Magical Victory, who moves ever closer on the outside. Here's Magical Victory to stick a nose in front now. Magical Victory sticks a nose in front of a resilient Bigman in town who tries to come back on the inside. Black Onyx is running along in 3rd, followed by Free Passage, who's gathering momentum from 4th. Next, Kramer's Rule, momentum last. They come toward the 400-meter mark, and the leader on the front end is Magical Victory. Bigman in town not done. He's a game foe and fighting on toward the inside. Black Onyx still has the rail. Here they come in the Caribbean Champion Stakes. It's Magical Victory in front by a length and a tail now past the 200. Bigman switches off. He comes again on the outside. Free Passage plugging away from 3rd and coming on. Magical Victory has the lead. Bigman in town trying on the outside. But here is Magical Victory and Brian Boudramsing to win.
Stout in victory, ex-champion jockey Brian Boudramsing rallies the 3-year-old colt to a really strong finish for a 3rd win in a row. Magical Victory scores by a length and 3/4 at 3-2 odds, chased by the returning Bigman in town, denied a 4th consecutive win in the event. Magical Victory clocked 1 minute 55.63 seconds for 9 furlongs. Bred by Everglades Farm Limited in Jamaica, the winning colt owned by Dr. Rupert Indar Jr., trained by John Leotow, and for his assistant trainer Jacob Brand, a straightforward win ahead of a possible trip to Barbados.
It was a very good race. The jockey rode him excellently. Just started off the pace and produced him by the half mile, and that was it. Could possibly go in the Gold Cup or Gold Cup in Barbados. We'll have to wait and see how he comes back and go from there.
Still at TNT Santa Rosa Park, the secondary feature, Futurity Stakes for 2-year-olds. We picked them up with a front-running favourite, Set Sail, in charge.
Set Sail opens up here by 2 lengths as Set Sail. Cactus Treasure giving chase. She is a lady coming on from 3rd. Blind Date backs off, running in 4th. Here they come off the turn into the stretch of the Futurity. Set Sail in front by 3.5 lengths here. Here is this filly toward the 200-meter mark, opening up by 5. Blind Date trying to come back toward the inside of Cactus Treasure, followed by She is a Lady. Here is Set Sail sailing away in the mud today. Here is Set Sail to win the 2016 Futurity, going away.
Set Sail, trained by Harold Chady for owner Dave Chady, has no real rivals in this 5.5 furlong sprint and clocks 106.62, ridden out by Sheldon Rodrigo to score by 4 lengths over Blind Date.
Now, Saturday's main event at Caymanas Park in Jamaica was the Rich Super Challenge, the second leg of the Supreme Ventures Limited 2-year-old series, featuring the outstanding filly She's a Maneater.
8 runners face a starter, including number 2 Mr. Universe at 5-1, 3 the unbeaten She's a Maneater, the overwhelming 1-5 favourite, ex-champion jockey Omar Walker aboard, number 6 Henry II, and the 7-horse Money Magnet, both showing at 9-2 on a sloppy track. The field is down the backstretch with Brian Rickman on commentary.
About to leave the back stretch, they head to the half mile, and Mr. Universe has now worked himself into that lead. Over Very Classic on the outside, a length separates them as they run the turn. She's a Maneater is waiting in behind in 3rd spot. A break of some to the half lengths back to Money Magnet, now moving ahead of the rest. Henry II races out wide. Sotomayor is the one racing on the rail. Armageddon relegated toward the back of the field, but last of all, it's a Lady Fair. They're at the 5/16th, about to come into the lane. Mr. Universe on the rail. She's a man-eater. Now comes through and gobbles them all up, and She's a Man-Eater has taken charge. Mr. Universe left back onto the whip on the rail. Sotomayor is toward the center with Very Classic. Henry II trying to close up on the outside, but the smart filly, She's a Man-Eater, has them all covered inside the final furlong. It's She's a Man-Eater beginning to open up inside the final 16th. She will take the 10th running of the Pick 3 Super Challenge Trophy and win the second jewel in the 2-year-old Triple Crown.
What a run this by the filly, her third victory in a row, and leading jockey Mar Walker pretty much plays with this field to win with great authority. As a hot 1-5 favourite, She's a Man-Eater is unchallenged in victory by 6 lengths over Sotomayor, clocking 1:26 going 7 furlongs for trainer Wayne DaCosta and owner Winston Kong. And 4-time champion Ryder Walker believes the sky's the limit for this outstanding filly.
Because from she was a young horse, she been so many signs she's a very intelligent horse, you know. She don't afraid of nothing, and she does show us that she's just a true champion. Because you know, she go in the gate very easy, she don't give any trouble, she break out smartly, she do what anything I ask her to do. But if I ask her to go, she go. If I ask her to eat, she eat. So you know, she's just, trust me, she's just a superior horse, telling you.
How good do you think she is?
Well, she's much room there for her to improve, and you know, the trainer has been training her very nicely, and she's been taking the training very easy in the morning, and she's doing so good. I'm so proud of her. So you know, I think she can do great things for next year as long as there is no problem or anything with her. She stays sound and fit, and God willing, you know.
Finally, to British jump racing, now shown on Sportsmax Live this past weekend. The main event, the 60th running of the Hennessy Gold Cup. Informed trainer Colin Tizard the previous weekend had won the Bedfair Chase. He starts the 7-2 favourite here in Native River with the champion jockey Richard Johnson riding. Let's see how that one went.
Chased all the way by Native River as they race the last, and Native River begins to wear him down, and Richard Johnson now back in front on Native River at the final fence. Native River out jumping Double Ross, then Carol's Destre and Black Lion as they race up towards the line, and Native River storming clear. Carol's Destre with 4 lengths to make up, but beginning to close inside the final 100 yards. Native River cut back by Carol's Destre. Native River stretching his neck, his tight cap, and Native River has won the Hennessy.
Champion jockey Richard Johnson working hard at the finish to secure his first ever Gold Cup win after 2 second-place finishes previously.
Everyone keeps telling me how I hadn't won this race, so it's always nice to get one that you haven't done before. But it's a fantastic horse, and you know, Colin Tizard and Joe and the whole team there. I'm very lucky to ride this horse, but their horses are in amazing form.
So the 7-2 favourite Native River goes well for the champion rider in victory, but forced to fend off a determined finishing burst from the 25-1 shot Carol's Destrier, with a 50-1 outsider Double Ross finishing third. Winning trainer Colin Tizard enjoying a golden spell, having saddled Q-Card to win the previous week's Bedfair Chase at Haydock.
We've been at the track covering top stories in the sport of kings. Check us out again next week.
This episode of At the Track was brought to you by Island Bet.
And bet in the know with Island Bet, the only option for mobile betting.